Hey, what is going on, Hoovings? Mike again here on the Friends of Ood-Kind YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to start a trilogy, the Silurian trilogy, and this is the first one. I'm going to be talking about Doctor Who and the Silurians. This is Jon Pertwee's second story after being exiled to Earth. The Brigadier has summoned the Doctor and Liz to a research centre in Derbyshire. The research centre is built into some caves where there's some strangeness going on inside the caves from a species from long ago. The species is called the Silurians, or the Homo reptilia, who have actually retreated into the caves. Long ago they were the rulers of the Earth. The research centre has awoken them, and they want to reclaim the Earth for themselves. Silurians retreated into the caves was because they foresaw catastrophe to the planet with another planetary object hurling towards Earth, which was actually the Moon. Of course, this is a unit story, and the Brigadier's in it, and he's just absolutely amazing in it, with the third Doctor as well. I think he's really good. They had a really good, they had really good chemistry together, Jon Pertwee and Nicholas Courtney. And of course, the Doctor's companion in this is Liz Shaw, played by Carolyn John. She's brilliant in it. The only thing I would say about her is, in this story, her skirt is just a little bit too short, I think. But hey, it's cool. The thing is, with this story, it kind of goes round in circles, with going back into the caves and coming out, and the Doctor and everything going into the caves and coming out, seeing the dinosaur, which I believe, I'm not sure if I'm correct, but I believe it's called the Merker. Let me know in the comments below if that is right or not. For his second story, I think that Jon Pertwee really nailed the role of the Doctor. He settled into the role very quickly, I think. And for those of you who are interested, this is story number 52 of Doctor Who. What I did find interesting, though, is the way that the Silurians wanted to take over the planet, the way they would kill people. They even killed their own leader, because the leader was on the Doctor's side about having a sort of coalition between the humans and the Silurians live together, which is obviously it's a theme throughout the Silurian trilogy, which is really interesting. The music in it I thought was a tiny bit annoying, with the summoning device. It was good, but it just got a little bit annoying with that kind of noise, but it's still good. I also think it was very interesting how these creatures have 3 eyes, and the way that they shown that was going through the camera lens with the 2 eyes and the red one at the top. I thought that was very interesting. The same Silurian that was shown on this, I thought it was really interesting how he ran into a nearby barn and attempts to kill Liz, and the farmer that is there died of fright, and the farmer's wife was put into hospital. Dr. Quinn, I thought, was an interesting character in this. He's the one that was communicating with the Silurians, and got the summoning device to control this Silurian that had gone on the loose. And the character development of Dr. Quinn was pretty cool. He wants to learn about everything about this species at any cost, pretty much. So he uses that summoning device to summon him, while UNIT are searching the area for this creature. So he summons him and takes him back to his cottage and traps him in his cottage. And then the Doctor appears at the cottage, and the Doctor just wants to help Dr. Quinn with it. it's very interesting, that scene. Another thing I found interesting about Dr. Quinn was when he showed up at the barn, trying to help Liz, or look for the creature anyway. And Liz is laying there, just come round, and they ask him to escort Liz back to the research center, and he says that he can't. He's got to go into the village because he's having car problems. And then Liz actually looks at a map of the research center, the barn, and the village, and discovers that from the cottage that he lives in to the barn and the village is miles out of his way to go back to the research center. I thought that was very interesting, and you start to see that Dr. Quinn is actually sort of the bad guy in the whole situation. And the one that played Mr. Masters, Jeffrey Palmer, some of the newer fans would know him from the captain from Voyage of the Damned, but he played Mr. Masters in this. He gets infected with this Silurian poison illness and goes back to London and spreads it. And after all is said and done, at the end, what the unit do? They blow up the caves and the research center, thus killing the Silurians, and there should have been another way. The technician in the research center, his name is Spencer. I thought he was very interesting, how he was attacked before the doctor got to the research center by the Silurians, and the Silurians actually made him retreat back thousands of years, possibly millions of years, and he's drawing sort of acting like a caveman in his hospital room. The director as well in this was pretty cool. He didn't want UNIT there to start with. He just wanted to get the research center because of his past. He's done some things that went wrong in the past, and he's trying to prove to his bosses that he can actually control this and come up with something. And it's very interesting later on in the story where he comes rushing in, all covered in the spots, and just sort of acts absolutely mental and crazy in front of the Brigadier and the Doctor. I thought that scene was very pretty cool, actually. The Silurians need the power in the power station so they can make their own power, but they're just not ready yet. I thought it was very interesting how they actually created a whole new alien race, the Silurians. And it's really interesting to see that they were actually the owners of planet Earth before the humans. And of course the Silurians call the humans apes. So yeah, it's a very good story, a very good watch. And even though it does kind of drag a little bit, it's still a very interesting story. And I'd watch it again and again and again. I like it. I like John Pertwee's Doctor as well. So anyways, guys, I really do hope that you enjoyed that. And let me know in the comments below, have you seen Doctor Who and the Silurians? What did you think of it? My personal opinion, I'd probably give the whole story about a 7.5 out of 10. And thank you again, guys, for watching. And we'll see you again in the next one. Oh, and guys, the next story in the Silurian trilogy is the Sea Devils. So I hope you're looking forward to that.